Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to my stream today. You're going to see some familiar images once again in the heart of competition season. So they went through another judging round on Saturday and they did marginally better, and I won first place children's portrait for, oh, my computer's being weird, so this might just dictate how this entire stream goes. But for Dance the Sugar Plum Kitties, after its fresh new life, it won first place. Overall, it was an incredibly low scoring competition, so I don't know if that was me personally feeling like that. The images that were entered were just in that range, or the judges needed a Snickers. Either way, I got some good feedback. After that, I sent the images to a friend, a colleague, someone else in the photography industry and in the PPA sector that gave me some feedback, and I'm excited to dig in here and make some of these changes because I know that I said that IPPG was going to be the last comp that I would send them to, and I felt really unfinished with that. I have maybe a little bit of an addiction to image competition, but there is another one coming up this week that is Texas photographic competition, and it would just give me one more chance to make some tweaks before I send them off. And now that I have narrowed it down, I've had a hard time narrowing down my cases this year, and normally I'm scrambling to finish my master artist case or fill it with something because those take a little bit longer. And this year I have 5, so I can save one for next year and have a jump start on that, or move one into photographic open, which I already have a full case for. But regardless, I really like all of them, so something's got to give because I can't enter 5. So I think I will make one final round of changes and address things that need to be addressed, and then move on with my life. But first I will okay. And first I had to answer that email, so don't mind me. Okay, so this is the image that actually won first place in the children's category on Saturday. It was a low score still, and not at all what I'm happy with. And then I got another one. I'm sorry, I'm very popular. I've not gotten anything all day. Okay, our soccer season starts tomorrow, and I coach, and it's gonna rain, so. All right, so this did marginally better, and it actually scored an 81. But that is not a score that I'm hoping to see at district. Well, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't say that, because that is better than the 79, which I've been the queen of this year. So maybe 81, that's good enough. Because when it seals now, unless they changed it again, because it's gone through a lot of changes in the last few years, but unless it has changed, which to my knowledge it hasn't, it will go on, and all of the sealed images, 80 that score 80 or higher, will go before the lone panel, which is now Imaging Excellence. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't get greedy. You know, if I got 4 81s, that's a medalist. So I would be really happy with that. Okay. All right, so this one did pretty well. It definitely was less of a talking point since I added the 3 cats down here and not just this one. It was just kind of a boom, that's the score. Okay. So I did get some feedback from my colleague, and he said, so one thing that I found interesting is that she had like a weird expression, a weird look on her face. And I like it, but what I'm not sure of if it's translating from far back. When I zoom in there, I really like it and I want her freckles in there and all those details, but when it's zoomed out like that, I don't know if we're getting that. That being said, I don't think that's something I want to change at this point in the game. So I'm sorry, that's obnoxious. I'll quit. I'll quit checking my messages, but I can't promise I'll quit getting messages. Okay, so I think we'll leave that alone, and I'm gonna mark off the changes here. This didn't have a lot, so that's why I wanted to start with this. The shadows, I wanted to take a second look at the shadows. And actually, I might pull up his message just to see exactly what he said, because I had a note to look at the shadows, but now I've kind of forgotten specifically what it was about them. I'm guessing it's this. The cat shadows are a little more deep, so that might be, and I think the easier thing to do there. This has kind of a cross shadow. I definitely want to lighten what's on her foot. Her foot was too bright and gathering too much attention, so I really took it down, and I think I might have gone a little overboard. Let's see. Okay, where is it? And there's one that I'm really excited to work on. Where is it? What does it say? I'm gonna get these ones that are just little bits. Okay, double check her shadow. It feels like she has 2 and they're softer than the cat's. She has a strange expression. Okay, fair enough. We already addressed the expression. I don't think that's something I want to change right now. She's got like a little smirk, which I'm into. We worked on the weight of the kitty, so I'm happy with that. And the other thing I want to do real quick is to just see if they put any audio, because when I logged in the morning, it said there will be no audio, no live audio for this event, that members could hear the audio the next day. And then, so I was just watching, and half of my images had gone through when there was an audio link. So I don't know if it had been there the whole day and the thing at the beginning was an error, or if I just hadn't been noticing it. And this is, Yeah, she does have two shadows. Okay, so let's think about this logically. We've got our light source coming here. It's got some in the back. It's obviously coming from the front because of here. Her highlights are camera left, and then she's got shadow to the side. If the light source is kind of raining down spotlight style from the middle, that's where I got the direction of the cats. And when you think of like stage lights, you would have kind of cross shadow because you've got obviously somewhat of a light over here on her face, and the cats have some light over here, but there's absolutely nothing on this side of the cats, nice and dark. So it's spotlight style. So I think we just need to lean into that a little bit and create this deep front shadow. I do think though that this maybe needs some color brought back because when we burned or whatever, and I don't know, why am I saying we? I do that. I tend to do that. Just pop some color back in there. And the yellow always brings out a little more brightness. It always brightens the image up quite a bit. Okay. And then we'll go smaller and lighter because this may just not work. I don't want to. Oh, I'm actually really happy with that. Let's make sure from far back it gets the same. Okay, I'm pleased with that. We'll merge those and duplicate again. And I think because the cats have such a strong shadow, I'm going to take this route. And then I can play with it a little bit. We'll go a little bigger. Well, okay, I think I'm on the right track there, but I'm gonna go a much bigger. Now let's see. Okay, so it's coming from her leg. That is the highlights shadow right there. So maybe it's better to just burn it rather than. And this is 23% for burn that's a lot. Okay, let's go back here. That's too much. It seems like a lot. The cats make sense because the light's on one side, but that light would be coming almost overhead. So I'm gonna erase some of this. I'm gonna duplicate and then merge these top two and then continue. It's hard when the source of the shadow is very, what's going on there? It's slim. And she might, no, I don't think so. See, that seems on this, so I've got over here, I've got my OBS, Streamlabs, whatever, screen. So I'm seeing what you're seeing, and it looks real different than what I'm seeing over here. And this little window can just go away. Okay, so my computer's being weird today, and I can't get to my layers. So that's annoying. This is the one that I'm really looking forward to working on because, so what was the feedback given to me on this one is from the bottom 2/3, so like here down, it was low image territory, and then from the top third, I lose that. When it was on screen for judging, there was a lot of patchiness in the sky that the judges didn't notice. So I don't know that it was something that they were seeing. I feel like they would have said that, but it's something that I want to address because once I see it, then I can't let it go. So the only thing regarding this one that was said, I forget what it scored. Let me see here. It actually scored a 79. This is the first time it did not merit. They didn't discuss it. The other comps that it's gone through, it has had a judge kind of championing it. So I think the only change that's going to be this is going to be to the title. It's always been through as break and stitch, but I think I'm going to change it to broken and stitch. Just a real slight tweak that I feel like is a little more of a narrative for the story. And the story with this one, ironically, even though I didn't complete the story myself, it seems to be one that judges like to fill in, so I'm pleased with that. So that one was good. And I'm gonna make sure that it's in the right folder. It is. But, okay, I'm gonna save it as broken and stitched. And like just minute little change like that might just be the difference. So then I just got to go back into here and delete that one. So that one is solid. And then there were two more that I wanted to take another look at because they had not performed well at all. Dude, whatever is, was it that? No. Now I've got all kinds of things open. Well, great. Okay, this one, I didn't write my scores down because I was this one scored an 81. This was probably my lowest scoring image in the other competition. All I did to it was crop it and maybe do a few little tweaks. And then I wanted to come in on the neck because I feel like I did a lot of retouching around the neck. This was actually pulled up under her neck, and I can't do that without another layer, so that is frustrating, but it looks pretty good. I'm gonna take that down. Just these little bitty tiny details might, if it gives them less to focus on that is outside of the story, then, you know, I'm doing my job. And that's what we want here. So I guess until this box leaves, I might just take a little break here in a minute and try and get rid of that because that is not gonna help. This one did much better than it has done, which is it still didn't do that great. It scored an 80 with no feedback. And then from my colleague, no feedback really other than looks solid. So I'm going to call that good. I don't want to over tweak, which I have been known to do. So this is titled Then Sings My Soul, and I find it so interesting that I got the feedback that they wanted to see her eyes open. I don't like that at all. So I'm being stubborn, and that means it probably won't merit, but I really, I love her expression, and I don't think it feels forced. So we'll see, because it might be one of those things that I put it away and I look back on and go, okay, they were right. And for whatever reason, I just got myself attached to this particular image and wasn't seeing it for the technicalities. But I guess we'll see, because that's where we're at right now. Okay. So for this one, the feedback that I got, it did not score well, and it has scored very consistently in the other comps. So I don't feel like they got it. They scored a 78. And I don't know if they saw something that I don't see. I just really, I don't know, because this has been the most consistent one at prior competitions. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is take a little break and get rid of, I might just have to restart the screen and Photoshop and all that good stuff. So give me 2 minutes and I will be right back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Let me get my music going again. I had to restart. So everything's kind of a mess right now. I don't have anything up like it should be. So that'll just take me a minute. But I'm just gonna see. Okay, let's see. We already did that one. And that I'm going to have to open. That's gonna be probably the biggest job. So while I'm sitting here obsessing about the shadow on the cat picture, big things need to happen on the other one. So we'll get there. Let me make sure everything is recording and all that good stuff. I've never had to do that before. So, boo. That sucked. Okay. Let's just, all right. So we're getting to the part of competition season that is more persistence than anything, and kind of frustrating. So this is what I really feel like this is what made the difference though in my year last year and having such a strong year. And I really want to do that again. And everybody says you're not going to have that kind of year 2 times in a row, you know, but I want to. Anyway, somebody has sometime. Okay, so we will go into the Texas competition, and this is a little much. Okay, so this shadow would complement these highlights. So those go together and make sense. And this light that is on the cats is what would give these shadows in the front that are a little more subtle. So I see it, I believe it, but I could also see it could maybe be argued another way. That being said, I'm gonna call it. Because sometimes you just have to do that. You just have to call it and say that's what I'm going with. And now, since we have kind of a Hail Mary competition coming up right now in between, so the Texas image comp is, I think, Friday or Saturday, and then I can enter next week for district. So I probably should just, stop at some point. I was disappointed. So he said to revisit the translucent balloons, but I really like them. And I'm being kind of stubborn about this, and I shouldn't. But I don't know why it scored so poorly. Like I said, it was a really low scoring competition. It was low enough scoring, not just with me, but with the other images that I was seeing, that you almost kind of mentally scrap the results, because the highest scoring image in the entire competition was an 86, and those were flowers. So apples and oranges, really. I wouldn't know how to judge a flower, or like pets. Everybody has kind of their niche, and those are not mine, so I don't know. I don't know if I was looking at an 86 image or not. I'm not a judge either, so. All right. I really think I'll leave this one alone and maybe see if I get some feedback. I'm guessing I won't. I wonder if maybe I need to put, there is kind of a blur on those. Nope, I think I'll leave it alone. I think that I'm gonna have to hope or trust or something that another day, another panel is going to see this differently. So we'll cut out of that. Okay, and then this one I want to work on. This is the one that I want to get. All right, so these are, let's go into my Texas folder here. We can delete that now because we saved that. All right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 master artists. We had to get rid of one before districts. And I'm struggling because I'm emotionally attached. the number one thing you're not supposed to do. I'm attached to all of them. And like I said, whatever I don't enter, I'm gonna save, because these, I feel like all 5 of these are quality. Hi, welcome. You missed all my technical issues, hopefully. Hopefully they're done. So these went through another comp. I'm adding a comp this weekend just to get my actual cases. So this one, so that was 21 came before me, Build a Ladder to the Moon, Focused in Faith, although that might have a name change that was suggested to me. Home for the Holidays, that's also gonna have a name change. And so you remember, one of those has to go. So I've gotta make that decision, but I think I might throw all 5 into a comp this weekend. My 4 for Photographic Open, Broken and Stitched, these I've narrowed down. These are the 4. Dance of the Sugar Plum Kitties, Don't Wake Me, which we're going to make a few little adjustments to right now, and then Sings My Soul. And so those are, once I do this, those are done. I need to work on this neck that's a little, I am popular today. And it's not actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's just a little patchy. So I'm going to take, no, not that one. Where are we at? There it is. Okay. A real small, smaller than that even. not that small. Just kind of even out. It's a little spotty. Okay, and then a little bit smaller and a little bit higher opacity. So I want, oops, that was a little much. The shadow there. No good leaving your Bluetooth at home. I don't ever use headphones. Okay. So I just noticed when this came up on the judging screen that this looked kind of blotchy because of all that. And maybe I'm looking for it because I know how much work I did to that. But I think that looks better. This is a really, that's a much higher exposure than I normally use. So over the weekend, I watched Judging on Saturday, and it was bad. It wasn't as bad as it has been, but the whole competition was really, really low scoring, like almost to the point of comedy. Oh, I think I made this worse. So I'm making those changes now. Oops, no, that's too much. I'll just, what else did I do? Surely I did something else. Not really, that's kind of sad. Actually, it's kind of nice because pretty soon I'm not gonna have weekends to just kind of kick around. Okay, I like that shadow now. Now I'm happy. That's too much though. It's windy. It sounds like somebody's knocking at the door, but they're not. It's just the thing hanging on my door. What did you do over the weekend? I feel like I'm gonna overdo this. I feel like I'm just obsessing over things that don't matter. So I'm gonna leave this alone now. And I'm kind of getting to the point, I know I got to this point last year where I was just sick of it. I was sick of the images that I was working on, and last year I swore I'd never do that again, had a red letter year. So here I'm doing it again, but again, I am definitely sick of them. Okay, I don't think this one had much. Okay, this is just 3D stuff. Okay, I'll have to check them out. I'm not gonna, is it Tori Sky Photo maybe? I looked at that and my brain couldn't calculate the words. Miniature Ninja. I'll have to check them out. So I have some new concepts to shoot. coming up, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let me take that out. Oh, that's right. I did shoot this weekend, actually. It was a maternity. I'm just gonna warm this light up a little bit. I got some feedback that the light color was a different color than what was on them, and that's true. Facts. So, could you identify them before they took off? Are we gonna have another snake eye? I gratefully did not, especially because I was in my studio. So the day I see a snake in my studio, it's a rough day. Okay, I need a smaller. Banded water snakes. Okay. I'm gonna assume that that's not a dangerous kind, because water snakes are cool, right? Like, we're cool with water snakes. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bigger brush here and a lower opacity. Much bigger brush, actually. Okay. Okay, that was a pretty simple change, but I think it made a solid difference. "10 to 20 feet, is that the magic number? I have poor depth perception, so it's gonna feel like it's a lot closer. All right, I'm a little afraid this is the one that's gonna get cut, because for whatever reason, this has not performed well. And if it gets cut, I'll use it. Okay, so that one's done. I'm leaving these for last because these are gonna be the most work. So, but also the most potential. Let's see here. Did those. All right. Did that one. All right, so I'm gonna enter just the photographic open case and the master artist case and one extra. And then whatever does worse here will be the one pulled out for next year. I don't know, that's a lot riding on this one competition. But I look at all 5 of these and think that, like, oh, I definitely don't want to cut that one. I definitely don't want to cut that one, or that one, or that one, or that one. So I'm gonna have to let somebody else. Oh, see, I don't hang around to see their body language. I'm just gonna assume the worst and let them have wherever I'm at. Okay, so the feedback, I'm trying to decide which of these to work on. Here's what I've got to do. So the feedback for this one is to move the tree to camera left, move the pictures to this side of the tree. So all the pictures are kind of over him and it's creating this triangular composition. And it also, the lighting would make a little more sense the way it wraps around his face. So that's gonna, because of the way I did this wallpaper, that's gonna be kind of a pain. I made it difficult on myself. So that's what we're gonna do there. Oh, and we're gonna have a name change for this one. It's gonna be Alone for the Holidays, which is a little more, you know, no blanks to fill in. That's just, it's out there. But I also think it makes sense. Now this one, we're going to have a title change to Lead Me Not Into Temptation. And I'm going to trade out this TV, this poltergeist looking TV that has given me problems the whole time, to another window with some other things in it. And one of the suggestions that I got was do kind of a heaven and hell thing, like one side are all the negative temptations and the other side are all, you know, I don't know, other temptations. I haven't ironed that one out yet. But that might come down to how much time we have. The window I can handle. That's quick because I already have that saved, extracted, all that good stuff. And I think that would make sense with the light on his face because camera right is a little brighter, but I just don't know yet what that would be. So I'm thinking. And then this one, bottom 2/3 is fantastic. Top 2/3 is where we lose it. So I'm gonna, you know what? Let's do this one first because I'm anxious to. So I'll show you what I was looking at here. In looking online, like the moon is my light source. So the light in the image is coming from the moon. And therefore, there wouldn't be a shadow on the light source. If I stuck a ladder up to a light bulb or a, you know, pencil up to a light bulb or whatever, there's not gonna be a shadow on the light source. But what I'm looking at in, you know, how our brains are processing this, there are two possibilities that I want to mimic. One is something like this, where the light is just like bursting so much that it's disappearing, which is what I was doing before, and it just didn't pan out the way I intended. And then the other is where there is a shadow, and that's got a shadow in it. So I'm going to experiment a little with those, even though the shadow doesn't make sense to me, but maybe that's what our brain needs here. So, I don't know actually if I have an unflattened image of this because I have changed it so many times that I just have too many. How do I want to do this? And also, what is that? Oh, we've got some weirdness going on here. Okay. Nobody noticed that, so we'll tuck that away before anybody does. It looks like just where I was working on those. Ladder posts or whatever they are. Okay, it's so subtle. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this layer and then here's what I'm gonna do. Right, the moon doesn't generate its own light. It reflects from the sun. But in my visual logic, it's my light source, so it didn't make sense to me. But, you know, whatever. This is where we're at now. Now, I want to burn this down. Yay, new follower! Thank you! Welcome. All right, so, oh, that sucks. Okay, so since I didn't leave anything in layers, or I probably did, but now I can't find it, we are just gonna have to, see, this is why I get myself in trouble. Okay. Oh, slightly camera left. All right, so I'm going the wrong direction. You saved me. I would prefer it be coming from the other side. Nope, I don't want to do that. Hide slide. Okay, good. That works out better. Okay, hold on. Right. High and slightly right. Okay. Hi, a photographer from Iceland. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name because I don't want to screw it up, but welcome. What do you photograph? And I definitely want to bend this. What I want to do first is like scooch it down a little. Do I want to scooch it down that much though? Sports, music, arty stuff. Very good. Well, welcome. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to adjust that size too much. Let's just do Liquify because it's my, if I had to pick a favorite tool on Photoshop, it would be Liquify. Let's see, we're just kind of guessing. Oh, the whole thing. There we go. Nope. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna duplicate and hide one to erase back. Actually, I'm gonna bring this down a little. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. Is that something I'm looking at? The uncanny valley thing comes in, places shadow according to how the sun is hitting the moon, but the sun isn't hitting the rungs. Only the moonlight is. Okay. So that I'm good. Sun, we're hitting the rungs. Okay. That makes sense. My neighbor's monster truck. Okay. So let's see. And let me see if I'm missing. Okay. again. I also think I see a straight line in there that maybe is left over. A little bit bigger. Oh, see, my hand's gonna be all shaky now. I've never heard that before. Uncanny valley is a phrase used when you see something that looks off, but you can't use it. I'm gonna use that a lot then, because that is. Why is my hand so shaky? Okay. Based on the sunlight, the shadows should be a narrower angle. The light on the moon is high and slightly camera right, whereas the shadow indicates. Okay, so I'm gonna erase some of it back once we get a peek at the whole thing. I'm just trying to kind of blend these edges right here. And that is definitely, I need to go back in and make sure that I'm getting rid of this line right here. So you guys remind me. Before I go any further, I want to make sure that this, well, dang, that makes a big difference. Now I'm annoyed at myself for not, see, this is what I do. I finish for the first, and the first comp, and then, yes, I'm curious if you stream too. If you're gonna stream today, I'll raid you with, oh, I got 5 viewers now, look out. Dang it, the shakiest hands. I'll just be here, try not to be shaky. See, that's why I'm not a surgeon. I think that's good enough for that one. Okay, since this is on a different layer, I'm gonna get rid of this line right now because I'll forget and my eyes are playing tricks on me. Anyway, so. Is it playing the same song over and over again? Yes. Are there 2 songs that are YouTube safe? Let's try Chill Piano. Oh, I'm down to 4 viewers now. Ran somebody off. Okay. No, that looks stupid. Chill piano is kind of depressing. I see more on this other screen than I see, but I noticed that in judging too. Okay. Ooh, it's not very chill. I'm going to take the edges off of here because theoretically the shadow bending wouldn't bend quite. Ooh, this is not chill piano music. This is intense piano. This is like movie music. Does anybody go to the movies anymore though? I don't think so. Oh, that came down a lot further than I thought. Okay. Ugh, shaky hands. All right. Yay, another new follower. Thank you so much. Introduce yourself. You guys made my day. It was the piano music that put you over the top, wasn't it? The intensity. Or just how exciting this photograph looks right now, all zoomed in. That makes a big difference. Where have I been? Okay. Now, so in shadows that are normal, like my kitties here, which I also struggled with, so I don't know, I'm using this as an example. You're not, okay, worried about dexterity and hand-eye coordination. Are you drinking more coffee? Or, I don't know. I go to vitamins. Maybe you need a vitamin. I'm a big fan of vitamins. All right, would this shadow fade? Like a shadow like this. These shadows close to the cat, they're nice and crisp and tight, and as they fall away from the source of the shadow, they fade out. Let's look at my not scientific at all ladder to the moon. So that one doesn't really fade away, but it's not exactly photorealistic either. A lot of them don't even have. I don't want to show somebody else's art. See, I'm kind of drawn to that too, where it's just blowing out the lines. I know. I know, I'm only using very photorealistic. Okay. We'll just play with it a little bit. Well, first of all, that brings back. Okay. So, I feel like it needs a little blur, a little Gaussian blur. go. I just want to take off that real crisp. In fact, I'm going to do that again. And this might have to come back up. Nope, not that much. I am a heavy, heavy coffee drinker, and I think it probably is what is affecting my heart rate. But also, I'm not experimenting by drinking less coffee. So, nope, not like that. That's too much. Is that even doing anything? Need a bigger one. There. Okay, I'm on board with this. Hi, sunshine. What's your picture? Here's our special guest, the star of the picture. This is August. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, now you go with Daddy, okay? Wearing her jammies. Okay, so that alone made a big difference. Did you leave and come back? I feel like you're avoiding my coffee question. Because that's always the answer. Maybe you need more. Okay. What was the phrase you used for something valley? I'm gonna use that a lot. Some moody piano music. All right. That could be it. 10,000 things. We'll do that. Oh, well, there goes my ideas. It's funny, I feel like with a stylus, with a computer, I don't have straight lines or hand-eye coordination, but I can draw. If I've got charcoal or pencil or whatever, I can draw. But maybe that's not real precise either. I just have a lighter touch in real life. Okay, so anyway, I'm really happy with this. Do I want to, I kind of think I do want to maybe smudge out some of these just to kind of keep those lines from being too precise. That's not really doing anything, but I'm feeling the movie piano music more than this. All right. Okay, I'm pumped. Merge those, delete that. Big difference. Okay, now one thing that I will say that I noticed, first of all, is there a stroke on this? Yes, there is. There was a huge amount of kind of spotting when I was looking at it and judging. I don't see it here, and I don't see it on my other monitor where I did see it in judging. So and they didn't mention it. So I don't know if that's something I need to or want to address because it was not an issue. I'd rather not have to mess with it, which obviously not messing with it would be awesome. Okay, so we got nothing blown out. There you can kind of see it all. What about clouds? Exposure layer. Yeah, that's another way we could just, we're on the same page. I just don't know if I want to mess with it, because then I'm going to have to cut around my ladder, and I'm opening up the opportunity to but I don't want to regret that I didn't do it either. Let's vote. I have 4 people, or people and bots, whatever. Can the bots vote? Do I mess with changing the sky? How far did we have to go to? Okay, indifference makes me want to leave it alone, because I think there's more likelihood that I would screw it up than make it better. And then if that's something that comes up, that's my Hail Mary competition. Because if it comes up in judging this weekend, then I can, well, of course not. Do I have that open somewhere? This is sleepy music. All right, and then let's see if it'll let me. Okay, all right, so that one's done. That one's done. So we've got these 2. And this one, I don't know actually what I'm going to put there, so maybe we don't do that one. But I'm hoping that I saved this layers somewhere. It's not looking like it. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's in its own folder. Okay, not there, so it's not 21. Maybe it's 20. Okay, it might take me a minute to find it. Maybe it's 19. Really don't want to have to cut and paste. Oh gosh, that's frustrating. Oh, why did I do that? Shoot. All right, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Even if, which one was that? Okay, so that's, so let's just grab just inside. And then just an entirely new shoe. That's frustrating. See, I save all these layers in hopes that, you know, if I need something, I can easily grab it, and that's never how it happens. Okay, so I'm not moving him. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. That's just. Did I even change anything? I don't think I did. Okay, so. All right. Okay, so. And in my head, I thought, I'm not gonna have that much to work on today. It's all gonna be just little tweaks, just little. Don't let me fool you. I'm afraid that wallpaper is gonna be an issue, so I'm definitely gonna need to check before. And then I'm just gonna flip this because I want to keep the lights, the sparkles from the tree. Nope. Not like that. I went the wrong way. Flip horizontal. That's what I want. Okay, all right. I think I'm liking where this is heading. Oh wait, I want to leave that. I can't see very well. It's funny how time gets away from you. I don't know. I'm going to read all the comments because I don't know if you can see that. I thought that, then I spent the entirety of a 2.5 hour stream removing a stick from behind a bee, but it was probably worth it, right? It was worth it in the end. Ooh, let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. So there's the before. There's the after. Very well done. Let's see. Where'd the before go? Oh, there it is. I bet that was a job. Looks good. Well done. 2.5 hours well spent. Okay, I definitely like this layout better. I'm just not sure. If I'm gonna be able to piece it all back together without, you know, totally screwing it up. Oh, this is our mute. Is this the same thing again? Am I playing the same songs like... Oh, it's the same group or whatever. Oh, okay. Yes, you did mention that. Okay. Let's see. Well, I definitely like the direction that this is heading in. Maybe moved that over too far, actually. Oh, that freaking wallpaper is gonna be... I'm just gonna have to redraw it all in, and that's such a pain. There's not like a good chunk anywhere. So I wonder if I saved one that has like just a layer of wallpaper. Did I do that? That would have been a lot of foresight. I probably don't have that kind of foresight. Is the wallpaper even in there? Do we see it? Okay, it's in there. Gosh. I know it'll be worth it. Remind me that it'll be worth it. Doesn't feel like it right now. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate these two layers. Nope. And then merge them. And then, so I have to really be aware because of that repeating pattern of the wallpaper. Do my best to keep it. Oh, why? I just made this so much harder on myself than necessary. Okay, is that the layer that I've got? Nobody knows. Oh, maybe it is. This is one of those things where I'm probably just doing like extra work for no discernible. There is a possibility it'll be worth it. Are you talking about mine or your bee? Do you have plans for your bee? So I'm just gonna get this past his feet so that I can erase back. No, I don't want to do that. And then okay. Shoot. Well. Oh yes, okay. I accept that then. There is a possibility it'll be worth it. I don't know though. It would have been better to just do it right the first time, I guess. Let's see. And then I'm going to go right under his feet and just burn it a little bit. There's also a possibility that I'm making it worse. Just being realistic here. It's a real consideration. Especially because I can't see very well right now. I see better over there. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I want to. Nope. Forget that. So maybe I'm going to duplicate this and then merge these all together and see if I'm going to regret that. And see where my cuts are, if that's something that's easier to fix when they're Okay, so I've got to go back and make sure that this one isn't cutting off. Nope, not that one. Yeah, it still is. You know what? Maybe I need to check here because maybe that's already done. Nope. Okay. So the problem is here somewhere. Oh, that's why I'm at 46%. Okay. All right, now let's try this. So definitely some tweaking that needs to happen, but I think we can probably keep that flat. And then we'll see what looks better, the before or the after. Okay, so I want to try to match this pattern, which is going to be a little hard because it's so dark. But let me see if I can get an angle. All right, I'm making obnoxious faces into the camera, and I apologize. It's my concentration. I'm gonna check this real quick. All right, so, ooh, I gotta watch that too. All right, so if I start there, okay. Let's just start right here. I don't think it has to be precise. It just has to be almost precise. All right. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna point. This is the precise. I'm just pointing to the spot to kind of take away the guesswork. I don't know what this edge is, but I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's all along this side. So I'm probably gonna have to go in there because there is a fair amount of just kind of dark that needs to be dealt with. All right, so the camera left side looks pretty decent as far as, so I am going to adjust here. And then flip it. I've had the song from Evita stuck in my head for the past few days. I'm driving everybody nuts. So we've got a little bit of cleanup to do here. I think that might be his sleeve. So let's just grab a little tiny brush. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything exciting, even in the ballpark of exciting. Did I grab that even? Okay, I did. Okay, I want to bring back that little highlight though. It's just gonna be the teeniest little. And then I've got to make sure I pick up my finger because there we go. Better.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
I helped my dad clean out. Well, I was supposed to be helping my dad clean out the basement. He's gonna get his basement finished. And growing up, we just like roller skated down there and wrote on the walls with chalk and played Barbies. And I guess I didn't realize how much time I spent down there until he was looking to get rid of everything. But it was fun going over all of the relics. Okay. Weirdly, this is kind of more what I pictured when I was drawing out concepts for this. So I don't know how it ended up. Now it feels like the tree is just kind of you know, floating there though, so that's something to address. And I guess I'll save it because I don't know why, since it's all flattened. It definitely feels unweighted. The tree feels unweighted. Okay, so let's see what else we've got to clean up. Maybe up here needs to be addressed, and just this needs to be a little darker, and maybe this a little brighter. And this probably. So it's still a little sloppy. Let's see how far into the levels we get before that becomes apparent. Let's just grab this and then we'll erase back. Because I want it to be clear what that is, but not a distraction. So it's a delicate balance. Can we still see if that is So that's a little better. But I do want to address that line too at the top. So I could grab from just this top corner over the clock, and that's what I'll do. I mean, definitely bigger than that. And let's see if that worked. It did. Perfect. Okay. So the lighting makes sense. Oh, I might have to look at his shoes. I think I noticed that earlier and then forgot. We'll just get a little tiny Here we go. Like, I don't know that anybody would ever even notice that, but once I saw it, then I can't let it go. All right, so merge those and duplicate. And that's where we started. That's where we're at right now. I'm really pleased with the progress. I just feel like the tree is floating. What am I missing here? Let's look. Christmas tree in dark room. So let's see what the floors look like. Why don't any of these show the bottom? There are a lot of presents under these, so that tells me that there's probably a reason. So there is dark, so it's just maybe my own. So even with the lit tree in a dark room, there is a shadow under the tree. So that should be a normal visual cue. I feel like it probably looks weird to everybody though, because nobody is showing it. Very few people are showing it. Okay. All right. So I've got triangle composition with the tree. With these three, with the reflections. I wonder if I need to maybe bring out some highlights there, if that's worthwhile. I'm a little leery because this has performed really well, and it's the only one that has consistently performed well. And I'm jacking around with it. That might be too much. I just want the idea. Okay, let's see here. I think I want more of a glow. There's not an even glow. So let's play around with that a little bit. So let's see here. not that. That's a little too... There we go. That's a little better. Okay, I'm on board with that. Now let's go back to levels. This is my go-to for sure. So I need to fix the floor. I wonder if I can just grab one of these others, if there's a chunk of floor that makes sense. Where is that? Where are you at, floor? So it's above that because I still saw it. Okay. So I'm gonna do my normal unsharp mask, reduce noise, color, and then, whoops, that's not color. Warm it up, and then bring it down to where it should be. And then I'm gonna take this top off because let's see. I'm actually gonna just burn down the bottom. Since it's on its separate layer, I can just go ham on it. Oh, and I'm at 4%. It's gonna take a while going ham. Okay, merge those, do another check. So there's line around his feet. There's some weirdness right here. So we can address that. I'm gonna duplicate that so that we're working on the same layer underneath. So if I totally screw it up, no big deal. Oh yeah, I see that line now. It's really hard to see, but then once you see it, get those repeating patterns out of there. And then somewhere around here, there's some weirdness going on, and I can't see it unless, oh, it's the shadow. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. There's like something on the floor that has now like burnt into the image. Can't really see, so this is kind of a guess. That's why I keep checking it in between. That's crazy. I see it a little bit there. It's so dark though. I'm not gonna take a chance. Something, an easy fix like that would be crazy to not. Okay, I'm gonna very scientific. All right, we'll go back and check it out. And I'm kind of treating this one with kid gloves because it's gone through 2 competitions now, but it never got any discussion. So, but it scored pretty well. So I don't know how to take that. That could go either way. It's either a compliment or it's just boring and nobody cares enough to talk about it. Okay, so that needs to be figured out. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bigger brush. I didn't finish my sentence. And I actually think I quit talking a while ago, so I apologize. All right. Just these little things, because you kind of don't know how it's going to show up. And I need a little tiny, not tiny. Okay, it's starting to look how I want it to look. I worked really hard on the I forgot what I was gonna say. I worked really hard on the wallpaper and I made it look really cool, and and then I butchered it. Getting closer for sure to wrapping this up. And I didn't want this to be a long drawn out thing because this is these are just supposed to be tweaks. This one I feel like didn't get as much attention as the others. And it's looking kind of cool to me right now, but I tend to just warm, even when it's completely unnecessary. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this might work.
All right. I'll tell you the truth.
And I'm going to, because all the rest of it was was treated the same way, I'm going to do the same. Because if you skip that and then you go back, there's not really any fixing it to ever look. You just have to kind of so. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have erased. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate, and the top layer is gonna be burnt down to match the camera left side. And then I'm gonna take a nice big let's see if that is doing what I want it to do. That's got weird. Okay. Let's see. Just kind of cheating a little. All right, I'm afraid I'm getting to the point where I'm looking at it too long. How's that glow? Do we like it? I feel like it's better. I feel like the wallpaper is better. Let's merge that. That's before, that's after. It's definitely, it needs that glow for sure. So I'm going to duplicate this and then merge those together so we can just kind of treat the whole thing. And then duplicate that layer. And with the top layer, I'm going to go darker all around and then just go to 100. Okay, is that tree crooked? It looks a little crooked. That's annoying. I think it is. And I also think, so they're gonna see that this tree was flipped. This bottom corner. So I just want to change it. Whoops. Merge those and duplicate. And then I'm going to save this as 23. And then do that. I'm going to change this enough that you can't look at it and see the duplication. Okay, so let's just look at it from further back. Okay, I think and now I can save this as a JPEG alone for the holidays. And then I'm going to put a new layer here in between them. And there I'm center. Okay. And I'm going to put a new layer in between and blacken it. No, that's not black. There it is. And then just put a stroke on it for the that might be too bright. Let's try. Yeah, that's too much. But I don't mind the color, so let's just go with a 2 pixel stroke over 3. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. So, you know what I'm gonna do though? One thing real quick. And I might just completely undo this too. But that's kind of bothering me, so let me zoom in here and take a look at it. Make sure that, oh yeah, that's probably overly. I don't hate it. Thoughts? Okay, hurry back. That's all I see now when I change it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna be brave. Okay, so I'm gonna save that again. And one last time. Okay. Nothing's screaming at me, so I'm going to save this as alone for the holidays in my West Texas competition, and then I'm going to save it just in my regular 2022 comp folder. So we'll see between these 5 images what does well, what doesn't. And then the last one is this one. This has gone through so many changes. Nobody can tell what the TV is. It's a portal or something. But I really like the idea like of a heaven hell distraction kind of thing, and changing the name to let me mark this up. Alone for the Holidays. Okay, I made those changes. Changing the name to Lead Me Not Into Temptation. But I don't know what should be in the other window. This was originally, I started working on this under an image called Dead to the World, and it didn't do well under that title, so I changed it. Well, how is that only a progress 4? Oh, see, that's the original, and now I look at that and go, ew, that's terrible. Was I thinking entering that? But I did, and it got 79. And it's gone through a lot of changes. So where are the changes? I just need it. Really just a window will do. Do I have a window over here? Here it is. Okay, so then I have to decide what I'm gonna put. So there's books and a phone and like, you know, police lights and bar and all that. Welcome back. I think I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon because I'm stunted on what I want to put. So I'm gonna brainstorm that a little bit because I've got all my other notes taken care of, and I'm gonna cruise through those one last time tonight. 21 came before me. I'm actually pretty happy with this one, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't see any changes that I want to make before the next Alone for the Holidays. We just spent the last like hour staring at it, so it looks just like it looked then. Broken and Stitched, photographic open. This one's really interesting to hear them fill in the blanks on the story, so that's kind of cool. Build a Ladder to the Moon. The difference that shadow makes is insane. I'm really happy with that now. Dance of the Sugar Plum Kitties. Really didn't do a ton to that, just shadows and stuff. Don't Wake Me. I didn't do anything to that. I'm blown away that it did so much better just cutting the bottom off, so I don't know what was wrong with the bottom. And this one that now I'm kind of thinking might end up being the one getting cut because I can't zero in on what I want to do to it. So we'll see what tomorrow brings for this one. And that one I'm going to cut because I replaced it. And this one, all we did for this was change the color, excuse me, change the color of the lamp. So if that's all it took to make this like a really strong image, I will be shocked. But I don't know what else to do, so we'll see. I'm glad I've got one more. Oh yeah, and Then Sings My Soul. We didn't do a thing to it, and I don't know how it'll do, so It'll be a surprise for everybody. I will likely be back tomorrow because I've got to figure out where I want to go with this one. And before I forget about it, I want to get rid of Home for the Holidays in lieu of Alone for the Holidays. And let me just make sure that I saved the right one. I did. Thank you guys so much. 2 new followers today. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for coming along and following along. And Lil Bass Guy, always for your feedback. So I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
That's why you my mommy. Please.